Good morning, student. Today I'm going to start chapter number 2 as we have completed chapter number 1. So, chapter number 2 is basically about the self and personality. So, basically, different approaches we are going to take up regarding this personality that has been developed by different psychologists. The approaches that have been defined related to understand the personality are type approach, trait approach, interaction approach. These are the three different types of approaches which have been developed by different psychologists. In addition to these, there are psychodynamic approach, stages of personality development, now children, there are three types of approaches to study personality. Those are type approach. And the type approach, all these psychologists who has given their own notion about personality, so all these psychologists have contributed to the type approach. So basically here that of Sheldon, Jung, Friedman, Morris, all these people have characterized people on the basis of type A, type B, type C and type D. So basically here they're talking about under type approach you have to write about Sheldon, Jung, Friedman, Morris. These are the type approaches that we are going to cover in this chapter. And the trait approach is the another approach to study personality. So under trait approach, Allport trait theory, under Allport trait theory, cardinal traits, central traits, secondary traits, all this we are going to cover up. Raymond Cattell, source trait and surface trait. So they have used these terms in order to define the personality. Snick theory of personality. So basically here they are talking about the comparison between the neuroticism versus emotional stability. The people who are neurotic means the people who are anxious, how their personality tend to differ from emotionally stable individual. Emotional stability means the people who are able to have control over their emotions, whose emotions are not inappropriate according to the situation. They try to show their emotions according to the situation, and they do have control over their emotions. Those people come under the emotional stability. Now, extroversion and introversion, these are the two different comparisons that they have shown regarding the personality. How people are different in their activities, how the introvert are different in their activities and in their behavior. In addition to this, psychoticism and sociability is also one of the major concern of Snick theory of personality. Now, after this, coming to the third approach, that is interactional approach, and this is important according to the exam. Sometimes they might give you question what is interaction. So basically this approach holds the view that situation characteristics play an important role in changing one behavior. So basically here they are talking about we try to give more weightage to an internal than to the external individual is on the basis of the situation. So here they are talking about situation characteristics do play an important role in understanding one behavior, how situations tend to affect one behavior. That is what is interaction approach is all about. Now if you look here, the study of self and personality, so basically the chapter is about self and personality. So basically if we know about our own self, we'll be knowing about our own existence, what are our responsibilities. So basically here they're talking about the self of an individual tend to define the existence of an individual. So here they're talking about self. It also helps us to understand our uniqueness as well as the similarities, how we are similar to one another on the basis of interaction, on the basis of activities. Now coming to the definition of what is self and how it is developed, the idea that we hold about ourselves. Self basically addresses to the question who am I. So here they are basically talking about an individual tend to define himself in terms of his behavior. So that is the personal identity, or we can say that is the personal self of an individual that is described on the basis of his name and qualities. Like if I say I'm good in football, I'm good in dance, so that is the qualities, that is my personal self. Now, totality of an individual consciousness, experiences, ideas, feeling, and regards to himself defines your self. So basically, here they are talking about ideas, feeling, thoughts, experiences. All these terms are basically used to define the self of an individual. Now, if I ask you how the self is developed, so basically, one would say the self is basically developed through the significant interaction with your people, with people like your teacher, parents, family, friends with whom we spend time. So basically, our ideas tend to be formulated on the basis of with whom we are connected. So basically, here they are talking about one of the major component of the self is the with whom we live, with whom we spend time. So basically, our self tend to be defined on the basis of those existence. Now, if we talk about the term personality, the term personality refers to relatively unique and stable characteristics of an individual that make her or him different from one another. Now, the major terminology for the personality which people use is the unique. So basically, here they are talking about the term unique is a prominent word to define personality. When you define personality, one should be clear that the term uniqueness should be there in the definition of personality that makes her or her different from one another. So basically, here they are talking about how our personality tend to be get affected with the other people. So similarly, here they are mainly concerning about how one's personality tend to be built with the culture and social backgrounds on the basis of the interaction with other people. So in order to understand how the personality is developed, so different theories have been developed by different psychologists. Theories means the approaches which have been developed in order to understand personality, and on the basis of the approaches they have tried to define the personality, how it is different from one another. So basically, the major concern of the psychologist was to know about the oneself, about himself, about his potential, about his own behavior. Then only a particular individual will be able to characterize the other people behavior. Now let's know about the personal identity. These are the two concepts which comes under the concept of self. First your personal identity, and then second is your social identity. Now personal identity basically concerned about the self. It lay emphasis on those aspects which are only concerned with oneself or with person, like personal freedom, choices which are primary with oneself. Now if we talk about the social identity, basically concerned about others. It lay emphasis on the social aspects of life like cooperation, unity, attachment with other people, sharing or others. Now children, kindly revise what we did today so that it is easy for you to recall the answers. Now basically the self of an individual is defined through the ideas which he or she holds about a particular thing, through opinions, through the thoughts. So basically these are the terms which are basically used to define the self of an individual. In order to understand the self of an individual, we try to know it through the ideas and the feeling which tries to express in one's situations.